Hey guys, iPhone 13 Pro CJ here. Um, quick thing. I'm so sorry, guys. There can't be a skit today, and I know that's an absolute bummer, and I'm so upset about it too. But the reason is that I was gonna get up at 5 a.m., film it for an hour, and then the next 2 hour, 2 or 3 hours, I was gonna edit the video. Now I only have an hour to edit it, and I think I'll be fine. But um, so I'm gonna try and get this video out best as I can. But y'all, this is ridiculous. My alarm is supposed to go off at 5, right? But I set my alarm as a song. But apparently that song doesn't work anymore. So it just turns off after like 10 minutes. So I was almost late again for work, but thank the Lord above, my dog got out of the bed and woke me up. And I was like, wait a minute, what time is it? And so, guys, I'm so sorry. No skit today. Next week or next time we do this, there will be a skit because I figured it out. But guys, I'm so sorry. I hope you guys understand. But just this one time, and I hope I can get this video edited by then. I'm gonna start editing this video. We're getting this sucker out. So yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Once again, what the heck was it? Noticing I guess you guys noticed a background change. Better than a blurry image behind me, I tell you that. Don't be scared of the black abyss behind me. It's just a way to keep from everything from looking, like crap. So, and I know my shirt looks really orange, just the lighting. Guys, I literally spent an hour setting this up just so that I could record this. So if you guys could please, just please, I seriously spent so long and I got so angry because my webcam, I'm learning the ins and outs of this thing and just, it got reset. And so I had to reset all my settings and it's a little laggy, I know, but this is as best as, please, just like the video. So yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy. We're going to be looking at SCP-002 today. And yeah, so I'm going to start us off a prayer and then we'll get straight in the video. Dear Father, thank you for this wonderful day. I pray you give us a good day today, Lord. Thank you for the ability and the perseverance you've given me to make this video. I pray you continue to grow me and use me, Lord. Continue to help me walk the path of righteousness for your name's sake. I love you, Jesus. Help me minister to my audience, Lord. Help us have a good day. And just anyone that doesn't know you, let them experience you. It's in your name I pray. Amen. Alrighty, on to the video. As you might have guessed, today we're going on YouTube and we're checking out SCP-002. Who would have thought that the title of the video would lead directly to what I'm doing?
Here we go. Not funny.
SCP-002, let's do it. I have not. The living room. Oh, it's this one. We read on this one. The first SCP video, we read on it.
Oh, this is just a general notice. This isn't the real SCP. The living room.
That is so weird. They're like, what?
A pair of SCP Foundation researchers open the door of the containment cell and find themselves staring at something unlike anything they've ever seen before.
Okay.
Sitting in the middle of the room is a giant lump that appears to be made of what can only be described as flesh. The two look at each other in disbelief. Just what is this thing? They circle the huge blob, looking it over, wondering what on
it's Joe Ma
could be. One of the researchers finally gets the courage to actually feel it. He finds that it's warm to the touch. And does he detect some slight movement? He slowly moves to place his ear against it to listen, but a sudden shudder from the mass sends him jumping back in fright. Just then, the other researcher calls to him from the other side of the sphere.
Found a
It
hash.
sounds like he has found something. As he approaches, he too sees what caused his partner to call out. There, in the middle of this tumorous ball, is a door. It's a circular iron hatch, the kind sealed by a valve, and it's open. Now the researchers are really confused. A massive lump of living flesh is strange enough, but why does it have a door?
Yeah.
One of the researchers peeks inside. Is that a couch they see? And a table? Does someone live in this thing? Things are getting beyond strange. The two researchers look up at the observation window where their supervisor is watching them.
Is that Adolf Hitler? Like, what in the world?
Supervisor does not hesitate. He nods at them, and the researchers know what they must do. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. The researcher who lost winces. He knew that coming to work at the SCP Foundation meant that he would be dealing with some strange, dangerous, and disgusting anomalies, but he never imagined he would have to climb inside a giant orb of meat. His partner opens the hatch all the way and offers a hand to help him. Knowing he has no other option, the researcher steps inside. Inside, the air is hot, thick, and moist, like a cramped gym that's had too many bodies exerting themselves on a warm, humid day. He walks through the short entranceway, and his eyes adjust to the dim light to find that he's standing in the middle of a cozy little room. A single, small lamp on a table is giving off just enough light for him to see that the room is sparsely furnished, with a few pieces including a small couch and a twin bed. Outside, his partner calls to him, asking what he can see. As the researcher turns to answer, the door snaps shut. The valve spins on its own, locking itself tight. Try as he may.
Oh, he did. Play the clip, CJ.
Ooh, you know he did.
The researcher can't get it to budge. He bangs on the door and yells.
He's so dead.
Is he all right in there? Is everything okay? His
What
only
do you
response
think?
is a muffled scream from inside the ball of flesh. He keeps pulling at the door, twisting the valve with all of his strength, but it won't move. The sounds of gurgles and wet sloshing come from inside the meaty growth. An
Ew.
alarm starts to sound as he strains against the door, exerting himself so hard that he feels like a vein in his head might burst. Suddenly, the valve loosens, and the sudden lack of resistance causes him to fall to the floor. The valve spins on its own, and the door swings open once again. The ball of flesh is quiet once more. The researcher picks himself up off the ground and slowly, carefully, peeks inside. Hello? Are you okay? Is anyone in there? There's no response. That is, until a blast of hot air comes rushing out of the hatch, blowing the researcher's hair back. When it's over, he peeks inside again. His fellow researcher is nowhere to be seen. Inside is the same couch.
He just got absorbed, bro. Like, straight up just absorbed. Like, he didn't even, like... Oh, my gosh.
And table with a small lamp. But there's something new there, too. Across from the couch, where there was nothing before, is a small television.
He got turned into a meat television, bro. Oh, that's the way to go.
While this may seem strange, it's just another day at the SCP Foundation, where anomalous objects and creatures are studied and contained, including SCP-002, also known as the Living Room. SCP-002 is the designation given to a large, tumorous, fleshy growth. It's roughly spherical, with a circumference just over 15 meters, giving it an estimated volume of around 60 meters cubed. Located on one side is an iron valve hatch, similar to what might be found on an old submarine, which leads into the interior of the ball. Those who step inside are surprised to discover a small room that resembles a low-rent studio apartment, complete with furniture and even a small window. Strangely, the outside of the ball of flesh shows no windows, and indeed no openings at all, save for the iron hatch. The furniture in the room displays no anomalous properties, though examination has revealed that the furniture appears to be constructed of sculpted bone, woven hair, and other biological substances,
That's gross.
all coming from human bodies. Analysis of samples taken from the furniture has shown each to be constructed from independent and fragmented DNA sequences, several of which correspond to SCP research personnel who have been lost inside of SCP-002.
Dang.
To date, the living room has been responsible for 7 members of staff going missing. At the same time, during the course of its containment at the SCP Foundation, the room appears to have added multiple additional furnishings, including 2 lamps, a throw rug, a television, a radio, a beanbag chair, 3 books, and an unknown...
That beanbag chair looks like something like you would see at like a Goodwill.
4 children's toys, and a small potted plant.
Oh, that's
Tests
nice.
have been performed using a variety of non-human entities in order to see if they would provoke a similar response from SCP-002 to that of humans. Various lab animals, including those with close DNA to humans such as chimpanzees, have been placed in the room. But so far, all have failed to make the living room react. Human cadavers were also tested, but they too did not produce any effect. It is unknown what causes SCP-002 to engage in its behavior, But whatever process it uses to convert organic matter into furnishings seems to only be triggered by the presence of living human beings.
Huh.
SCP-002 was discovered in northern Portugal following reports of an object falling from Earth's orbit. There, in the bottom of a small crater, was SCP-002. It was encased in a thick shell of rock, but the anomaly's fleshy exterior could be seen through cracks that were likely created by the impact. A local farmer was the first to spot the object falling to Earth and brought word of what he found to his village. At the same time, a Level 4 SCP Foundation agent stationed in the area detected elevated levels of radioactivity and traced the source back to the crater. An SCP collection squad led by General Mulhausen was dispatched to the impact site and quickly secured the area. Test subjects from the nearby village were recruited for initial analysis of the object, with 3 men being individually sent inside of SCP-002, all of whom disappeared. Having confirmed this anomaly's deadly properties, General Mulhausen then issued a Level 4A termination order that would apply to any local witnesses in order to ensure that no knowledge of the object reached the outside.
Basically, if you knew about this big ball of flesh, you are dead, sir. Holy cow. What in the world?
He then oversaw its transport to an SCP containment facility. As Foundation staff prepped SCP-002 for relocation, 4 members of the security personnel were seemingly mesmerized and drawn inside the object where they too disappeared. This was the first hint that SCP-002 possesses some form of subtle mind control, with the ability to influence humans into stepping inside of it. It was after these losses that it was first noticed that the object appeared to grow new furnishings, following someone disappearing inside. After these mishaps, General Mulhausen ordered all staff to wear hazmat suits when dealing with SCP-002, and following the General's own termination, SCP-002 was placed in containment at the secure facility where it currently resides. Due to the ongoing danger presented by SCP-002, the risk it poses to any who step inside of it, and the mind control abilities it possesses, it has been classified as Euclid. It is to remain connected at all times to a suitable power supply to keep it in a charging mode of some kind, which appears to make it more docile. In the event of a power outage, staff in the immediate area are to be evacuated and the object's containment cell emergency barrier is to be closed, sealing it off from the rest of the site. Once power is reestablished, strobing X-ray and ultraviolet lights are to be activated in the containment cell until SCP-002 is returned to its charging mode. Research teams investigating SCP-002 that will come within 20 meters of the object must consist of no fewer than 2 members. Personnel should also maintain physical contact with one another at all times to confirm that the other is present and not experiencing any feelings of confusion, dulled perception, or other forms of bewilderment that may lead to them entering the living room. No personnel at all below a Level 3 clearance are allowed inside of SCP-002, and any staff that have contact with the anomaly are to be escorted no less than 5 kilometers away and must undergo a 72-hour quarantine and psychological evaluation. SCP-002 is one of the oldest anomalies in the SCP Foundation database, but remains one of the least understood. Perhaps one day we'll understand what it is and why it was at one time sitting in the orbit of Earth. Did someone send it here, intending us to one day find it? Did it come here of its own volition? Or did we put it there ourselves in an attempt to keep it away? Thanks for watching this anomaly.
Dang, that's crazy. So like a ball of flesh is a living room, right? But it like I don't even know if you would say eat, but it like just absorbs people and makes them into furniture. It sounds like Leatherface, if Leatherface was like a really weird ball alien. So there you have it, folks. The flesh ball that eats everything and turns people into furniture. Please take that out of context and share that with your friends. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, consider liking and subscribing. Remember, when we get to 20 subscribers, we're going to do a challenge of y'all's choice. And, you know, it's not some trying to laugh and stuff like that. Just like, it's a cool challenge, you know what I mean? Like buying that shocking roulette on Amazon. We're at 13. We're literally 7 subscribers away, guys. 7 people. All 7 people just have to subscribe to the channel, and boom, we're there. So consider subscribing, consider liking, and I'm gonna end this in prayer, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Or actually, really quickly, on Sunday, the content team's getting together to do a stream at 8 p.m. join the CST. Join us. Be there. All right. Dear Father, thank you for this wonderful day. I pray you continue to grow in me and use me, Lord. Continue to help me walk in the path of righteousness for your name's sake. I pray that continue to use me, Lord. Help me have a good day today. And I pray that if anyone doesn't know you, Lord, that they would just learn about you, Lord, and just be able to experience you, Father. Also help them have a good day. It's in your name I pray. Amen. Alrighty, guys. Tell your siblings, tell your dad, and tell Joe Mama I said hi. I'll see you guys in the next video.